sexy way, sexy way.
So one of the most common questions that I get from women who are practicing with their jade egg is, why does my jade egg keep falling out? Now this is a really great question, and before I get into some reasons why this could be happening, I would like to make one thing clear. You are not abnormal, you are not defective, and you are definitely not broken just because your egg slips out. In fact, it is extremely common and happens to all of us. If you're like me, it happens to you when you're running along Bondi Beach and it falls out mid-run because you forgot to take it out, and a stranger picks it up chasing you going, "Excuse me, but this dropped." It can be a mortifying experience, but take heart at the fact that it happens to all of us, and it doesn't mean that you need to have a bigger egg. In fact, if you do believe that you need a bigger egg, so one of the most common questions that I receive from women who are practicing with their jade egg is, why does it keep falling out? Now this is a really great question, and I'm going to go into some of the reasons why this could be happening. But first, I really want to make a point. You are not abnormal, defective, or broken because your jade egg slips out during your practice. In fact, it happens to most women, and if you're like me, it can happen when you're running along Bondi Beach and you forgot to remove your egg and it plops out mid-run, only for a stranger to pick it up and run after you going, "Excuse me, but this felt..." So I get it. It can be mortifying, it can be a humiliating experience, but it's completely normal. Now, a lot of women believe that if their jade egg continuously falls out, that they'll need a bigger egg, and it's just not the case. The bigger the egg, the more heavier it is and the harder it is to retain. So it's going to fall out a lot easier. Also, if you choose to have a smaller egg, it's going to be a lot harder to manipulate and learn to isolate those particular muscles inside of your vaginal canal. So I really recommend sticking with your medium-sized egg and beginning to either practice and strengthen your pelvic floor muscles before you use the jade egg, or begin with the jade egg whilst you're lying down. You can do most or all of the exercises lying down with your feet flat or your knees up before you start to stand up. So gain that pelvic strength before you begin to stand up or move. Also, a really, really great technique is to sleep with the egg and let your internal muscles begin to get comfortable and do a little bit of weight training to begin with. Now, the other reasons why your jade egg may fall out is that for many of us, we can hold a lot of tension in the upper part of our vaginal canal, meaning that when we place the jade egg inside, we're so used to holding tension in here that we're sort of pushing the jade egg out. So this is particularly true if you're feeling stressed or anxious, or sort of, it's more of an unconscious kind of action, is that we're sort of bearing down on the egg. So what we need to learn is to fully relax the exhale and fully relax the higher chambers of our vaginal canal, not just the entrance. So your entrance can be looser than tighter in your upper chambers. So just be aware of that. Another reason why your egg may fall out is that you haven't gained enough pelvic strength to begin with. Now this can happen either before or after children. So even if you've done Kegel exercises, quite often we could be doing them wrong, or we haven't given our body enough time. So the whole idea of a jade egg practice is that it is a practice, which means it takes time to develop the skills. So do not be disheartened, continue practicing with the jade egg. Also, I find a lot of ladies are in some kind of emotional stress if the jade egg suddenly falls out. Now this can be stress in your body or a partner argument, and your body just sort of repels the egg. So just be aware of your emotional state when you're practicing your jade egg. Another really big reason for why your jade egg may be falling out is, and I know this is going to sound a little woo-woo hoo-hoo, is that the jade actually absorbs any negativity inside of your body. So it's very, very absorbent, and it's filling up and drawing out that negative energy that you no longer need, which means the crystal then becomes heavy and releases itself. Now, whether you believe in vibrations and energy and all that is completely up to you, but one way to get rid of the negative energy and what the egg has absorbed is to cleanse your egg in salt water, put it under the moonlight, even bury it, and let all that energy fall out and renew your egg. So I hope this helps with your jade egg practice, and to remember to don't give yourself a hard time or believe that you're wrong or that you have an abnormal vagina. It's completely normal, and it actually means that you're on the perfect path, that the jade egg practice is going to do wonders for you. So do stick with it, and if you have any more questions or queries or concerns, please write to me at www.tarao.com.au. You'll find a little contact section in there, and you can ask me any questions, and I'm only too happy to help. Happy practicing, and that's it from me today. Bye everyone.